Well, a very good morning and thank you very much for joining us on GBS Morning Extra. It is the 6th day of the month of September 2019 and I would say, oh my, how time flies. It is already Friday, the week is done, and I hope that you had a great week and also hoping to have a good weekend ahead. To start us off this evening, we start with news from Mombasa, where President Uhuru Kenyatta, while officially opening the 116th Mombasa ASK Agricultural Show, said agriculture is key to Kenya's economic growth. The president said that in 2018, agriculture was the biggest contributor to Kenya's economy, accounting for 32% of the gross domestic product. The president also said that agriculture is also contributed an additional 27% of the GDP through linkages in the manufacturing sector. In the current 2019 and 2020 financial year, Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries received an increased budgetary allocation of about 48.5 billion Kenya shillings.
Sana, nashukuru. Tuketi na asante. Mheshimiwa Gavana wa Jimbo la Mombasa na Gavana wa Kajiado, waheshimiwa wajumbe, viongozi wote ambao wamefika siku ya leo, nataka kuanza kwa kusema niko na furaha kuwa pamoja nanyi katika hii show yetu ya kilimo ya Mombasa. And niseme that ever since the first ASK show was held in Nairobi in 1902, the program has survived the test of time as one of the most meaningful annual events for every Kenyan farmer and entrepreneur. The Agricultural Society of Kenya shows across the country provides unique opportunity for Kenyans from all walks of life to witness the potential we have in agriculture, share information and experiences on best practices, and learn about new innovations and technologies to improve agricultural productivity. I invite more private sector partners to team up with us as government, because young people are our most important resource for the future of agriculture in this country. It is now my pleasure to declare the 2019 Agricultural Society Show of Kenya Mombasa International Show officially open. Tuwasema asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki nyote.
Now, settling a matter that caused a lot of dispute is that the DNA results have shown that Kenneth Okoth, the late Kibra MP, is the biological father to a son to nominated MCA Ann Tumbi. The results released on Thursday showed that 99% match on samples taken from Ken Okoth's body and those of the minor whose paternity was disputed last month when the MP succumbed to cancer. Family lawyer Dunstan Omari and Elkanah Mogaka told journalists in Nairobi that DNA was conducted in 3 different laboratories, both in Kenya and abroad, and gave similar results. The lawyers say that they have subsequently filed reports and affidavit in support of the pending application. The matter will be mentioned in court on September 18th.
We do have the results of the DNA tests, which were conducted at the Kenya Medical Research Institute. The results do read as follows. The alleged father is not excluded as the biological father of the tested child. Based on the testing results obtained from the analysis of the DNA, loci listed above, the probability of paternity is 99.999%. The results are consistent with the alleged father being the biological father of the child tested. Once again, the DNA loci listed above the probability of paternity to be 99.999%. The results are consistent with the alleged father being the biological father of the child tested. That is the confirmation.
So conclusively, the late Member of Parliament, Shujaa Ken Okoth, is the biological father of the minor who was a subject of dispute.
Well, once again, another issue also that have been put to rest. It is said that he who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. And that is exactly what the Senate did after they moved to allow to end the long impasse between them and the National Assembly over the county funds. The senators agreed to the 316.5 billion allocation as proposed by the National Assembly. The move will now end the 3-month standoff that had plunged the counties into a cash crisis. Majority Leader Kipchumba Murkomen, reading in a press statement on behalf of the Senate, said that the legislators softened their stance because of the pain and suffering in the counties. The senators sharply clashed with the members of the National Assembly over the amount that should be allocated to the devolved unit in the Division of Revenue Bill 2019, while MPs insisted on the 316 billion. Senators had maintained that the counties should be allocated 335 billion Kenya shillings.
The other house has demonstrated that it is unconcerned whether this impasse persists indefinitely. It is unconcerned whether the counties grind to a halt. It is the ultimate irony that it is no bother of the National Assembly if the people of Kenya are denied basic services at the counties so long as the national government is adequately resourced. The Senate, by its design, composition, and role, cannot be complicit in such a project. As we have shown, the process of passing the Division of Revenue Bill 2019 has been odious, and the Senate is cognizant that we are fast approaching the end of the first quarter of the financial year, and counties are yet to receive their share of national raised revenue. The country is faced with the real prospect of shutdown of service at the counties. This would have a disastrous effect on critical sectors such as agriculture and health. For this reason, and for reasons we have explained, the Senate, following a meeting held today, 5th September 2019, has made the painful but patriotic decision to advise our negotiators at the ongoing mediation process to agree to the allocation of the 316.5 billion as the equitable share of the nationally raised revenue to be allocated to the counties. This has been a difficult decision for the Senate, but the Senate has been faced with a situation where it has to rise to the calling and put the overall national interest above short-term partisan considerations. We take solace in the fact that sometimes to win the war, one must be prepared to yield some battles. We recognize that despite the many setbacks we have faced, the Senate has been able to enhance the allocation of county governments by 6.5 billion from the Kenya shillings 310 billion in the first published bill by the National Assembly to the current 316.5 billion.
Well, indeed, one would say that it was high time that the legislators concede some ground to bring the impasse to an end, which they have indeed done, and the Senate can be actually congratulated for that. Moving on now, the Murang'a women representative, Sabina Shege, held a meeting with Murang'a MCAs where she talked about the Okuro Okot bill and urged them to reject it. She went on to reveal how the bill would affect the counties. Sabina, a team embrace leader, further informed nominated MCAs that their positions would be scrapped off if Punguza Mzigo is adopted. She slammed the bill, stating that it was satirical and out to blind Kenyans. Chege, however, defended herself, stating that she was not biased and had not advocated for Uhuru's Building Bridges initiative.
It is good, you know. Then they have also proposed the term of the president to be increased to 7 years. So tutakuwa 7 years. Kwa hivyo tukimaliza elections immediately za MPs na sasa hao watakuwa ni ward ndio wataitwa aje ndio wataenda bunge na senate. Tufanye elections zao alafu sasa tuende wapi? Kwenye presidential, kwa sababu immediately if there is a presidential candidate tunaanza campaign. So do we want this nation to be a nation ya campaign kila siku? Tutaweza kufanya kazi kweli? So tunaongezea watu mzigo tukibamba na tukitengeneza jina kupambwa inaitwa punguza. But we are not punguza in the actual sense. Na mimi sijasema BBI ni mzuri ama ni mbaya kwa sababu hata BBI hawajaleta report. So wakileta pia tutachunguza. Na ile kitu tunataka ni ile itafaidi wananchi. Na Wakenya wote wajisikie wako sawa. I am a very strong supporter of His Excellency the President na maneno ya handshake. Not because of the individuals who are there, but because of the people.
Now, moving on to other matters, still in Murang'a County, where the County Commissioner for Murang'a, Mohamed Bare, has set out in motion a war on illicit brew. The county has now resorted to the use of a rarely never seen before in the country approach to curb the selling and brewing of illicit liquor. Murang'a County is set to use drones to expose the ill norm in the society.
Jukumu letu ni kuhakikisha ya kwamba uhalifu aina ya uraibu ya pombe haramu imeisha katika kaunti ya Murang'a. Kwa sababu River Chania ni mrefu kiasi na iko chini sana. Sehemu nyingine hata ukitaka kufika mguu ni ngumu, lakini wahalifu wanapita ndani ya maji. Ingawa niko na chief na askari ambao hupitia ndani ya maji kufikia mahali wako, tumejaribu kushikana na nakada kupata drone. Ili hii drone iko na kamera ya 4K na iko na screen. Hii screen iko na pilot hapa. Anarusha hii ikiwa na hii kamera ambayo you can adjust, you can tilt, you can twist, you can turn. Inaenda 10 kilometers away from the pilot. Ichukue kamera na inaweza kuzoom hata ikakupatia sura ya mtu ama sehemu pombe haramu inapikiwa.
Indeed, thanks to technology, now the authorities are actually able to monitor what's happening along the River Chania. It's actually said that a lot of activities, illicit brewing of this liquor is taking place in the River Chania. And as you heard the commissioner explain, sometimes it's very difficult to go through the tickets and actually find these people and impound them on time. But I believe that with the help of the drone, then they will be able even to capture faces of those people conducting this illicit activity. Now, it's a weekend, and on a lighter note, we end today. In Mombasa, while the president was in Mombasa opening the annual agricultural show, the Mombasa Governor Ali Hassan Joe left people cracking their ribs when he gave a testimony of what he learned. He allegedly, or he purportedly, according to him, learned the definition of the word malice. And here is what the good governor of Mombasa County learned.
Watu wanasema hasidi hana sababu. Wengine wanasema hasidi mbuzi jamvi ya shaliva utakaa wapi? Mimi nimepata mpya. Roho mbaya ya uhasidi. Na lazima sisi tujifunze, jiangalie nafsi yako. Na kama unajiona wewe ni hasidi uache. And where we go wrong, we rectify. Tuliongea hapa juzi maneno ya kiuchumi and to diversify our economy. The president promised us, and he has already told you leaders, tomorrow you'll meet him and explain your issues. That is now leadership, isn't it? So even the other agenda, even if it doesn't please you, my friend, find it in yourself to sacrifice on behalf of the other. Ama namna gani? Si namna hiyo? Ndio nchi yetu iende wapi? Mbele. So sisi bana tumeamua katika mahasidi hatuko. Tushatoka. Na wale walobaki, tokeni. Manake hasidi, jamvi, mbuzi ashalila, mahasidi mtakaa wapi?
Haya, kwa mahasidi basi mnaambiwa jamvi, mbuzi ashaila, basi mtakaa wapi? Hamna mahali pa kukaa. Well, with that, we do bring to a close this segment of news, Morning News Extra, but we take a short break. Today being a Friday, we've got lots of entertainment for you in the studio. My name is Timothy Omondi. See you again next week on Monday, and God bless you. It's bye-bye for now.